All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our special Saturday morning live ILCA presentation. This is Brandon Ivey from Los Angeles, California. Go ahead and type your name in the chat box where you're listening in from. As a disclaimer, I am not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I share information for educational, training, and entertainment purposes only, and it is up to you to make your own informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. All right, so. Welcome. We have on the line so far Miss Marnita Casa, DJ Janelle, Judy from Toronto, Catherine Clement, Nathan and Rhoda, Rita B, and Stanley D. Thompson. And I apologize. I'm still suffering and recovering from the itis. And you guys know what that is from Thanksgiving. I opened up the Zoom on the wrong Zoom, and I'm sitting there, and it's like me and Catherine. Catherine figured it out. I'm like, where's everybody else at? Everybody still eating turkey? Then Marnita said, "You're on the wrong Zoom." I was like, "Oh." So that just messed up my stream. I had all the stream, the groups all up on Facebook, and that kind of messed that up. So we're going to be light on the Facebook side. But good morning, good morning. I hope you guys had a chance to really rest, relax, recover, enjoy your family. Catherine, prayers are out for your family. We also want to have prayers going out for Carla Arrigo, who is having a medical emergency right now. So keep her in your thoughts as well, and for everybody during this time of year. For our family, we this is the first Thanksgiving without two of our patriarchs who passed away last year, and so it can be a difficult time, but also a time for being thankful. You know, this is my last Thanksgiving before I turn 50 years old. Whoo, that stings, but it's a blessing. You know, I got reminded myself and Miss Casa was on a business call with a potential client last week, and he's a young millionaire. In fact, he's the same age I was when I retired from corporate America for the first time, and I remember that like it was yesterday. And some of you were here when that happened. Shauna's not on, but Shauna Ross, Jacqueline were around when that day came when I walked off my job for the first time ever and never looked back. And it's amazing how you blink and next thing you know, like 13 years passes by. 14 years passes by just in the blink of an eye. And he was like, "Yeah, I can see, you're an older gentleman." Like, who? Who's he talking about? Older? What? I look, I look old? When I look in the mirror, I still see 25-year-old me just with gray. But then I look at my 18-year-old son who looks just like me, and I realize, dang, I'm old. But it's all good. I'm grateful for the years and to still be here because so many of us are not. A lot of my friends are no longer here at early ages. So we're going to age gracefully. So with that, let's go ahead and jump on. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. This is Saturday. Many people are still recovering from Thanksgiving and traveling and whatnot. So I'm not going to keep you long today at all. What I do want to highlight is that we are having a Black Friday, Cyber Monday discount going on. And let me share screen to be able to show that. How many of you guys went shopping for Black Friday yesterday? Anybody go out for that? I think I heard there was a shooting yesterday too. Okay, share screen. All right. And I'm going to put this link in the chat box as well. So we have a Black Friday special going on, just like everybody else. This is going to last until December 1st. And here's the direct link if for you guys I want to share it. And remember, you guys are an affiliate income if you are an ILCA member. ILCA Crypto Education 2.0 Black Friday and Cyber Monday Mega Sale. 50% off site-wide for the next 2 days. 50% off. What? It's Wild Bill's birthday today? All right. All right. Happy birthday, Wild Bill. Yesterday was my little cousin's birthday. She turned 18. ILCA's biggest sale of the year is live. Get 50% off all courses, 50% off your first month of any membership, and unlock life-changing financial education for half the investment, but only for a limited time. So if you go to the site and claim your 50% off code, share it with others. If you are a partner, that includes all of the partner prices as well. 50% off. This is insane. Like I said, I don't think I thought this one completely through because our partners are already selling the courses at $9.99 and now they'll be able to sell it for 500. So if you guys are brand new and you want a hell of a discount, go through one of our partners to be able to get our crypto education. And what do our courses look like? Well, let me show you. Our crypto education courses come in 13. They are Bitcoin 101, Crypto Advance, How to Trade Bitcoin and Crypto, Internet of Things, and I'm running off the top of my head, but let me actually pull them up. NFTs, DeFi, yeah, Bitcoin 1, Internet of Things, DeFi, Metaverse, tokenization. Hey, and we are definitely big on this one right now. Artificial intelligence, Web 3.0. This is the future of the internet. Web 3.0. Also, security, CBDCs, and decentralization. But I want to highlight what we are currently studying right now in our Diamond class, for those of you that are Diamond members. And before I show that, besides having access to all of our courses, we also have memberships that you can be a part of. Our gold, diamond, and platinum from $49 a month all the way to $149 a month. Our partnership program is $199. In January, this is changing. We're taking the diamond and moving it to platinum. There will no longer be something known as a platinum membership. It's just going to be gold and diamond. Gold membership will be $99 a month, and diamond membership will be $149 a month. And then right here for platinum is will be our partnership program. So gold, diamond, partnership for $199. All of our courses, $24.99 with 50% off. You're getting that half price. Also, build a solid foundation. You can get our courses in bundles. You can also get half price on the bundle packs. So this is where you want to go. Get back to either the person who invited you or get back to myself or Miss Casa, and we'll give you the link on if you want to join to become a member of ILCA, which gets you Inner Circle Crypto Talks, Diamond classes, VIP of our 5-day challenge. Priceless. Now, again, in January, the price is going to $99 and $149. It's just be gold, diamond, and our partnership program. I'm also paying out affiliate commissions in January. It won't be just one level, but we're now going to add 2 levels on our affiliate commissions coming up in January, which also brings us the launch of our Ivy League Coaching Academy. We have a new course series coming out called the stable coins, and also a suite of videos on the Coaching Academy, personal development and self-improvement side as well. So excited about that. Our next people ask our next event. I will be at an event in Miami. Yeah, I could show this off. Miami, January 31st. W Hotel Brickell in
I got
Miami,
power in the
Florida.
legend, truth in the chain. Moving through the shadows, but we step with flame.
Mark up
Talking to
the
the property, we
dates.
break that frame. ILCA teach the world this game.
Fresh about fraction, we on our lane. Each day lifting up the world.
All right. So in our diamond class right now, we are covering tokenization. And we were doing this before we made, because last week I made the announcement of our partnership with an in a global tokenized real estate company. This company is allowing individuals to be able to be positioned to have fractional ownership of not fake metaverse real estate, but real world asset real estate all around the world for as low as $10. You can get your foot in the game. So everybody can be involved. And then you scale yourself up. It is blowing up. I was looking at the back office the other day, and it is blowing up. And this company hired me to be their crypto educational coach. I will be doing their first training this coming Wednesday, December 3rd. And our team, we will have oh, you guys want to see a sneak peek? No, not that. Because their marketing team is working on this. I'll show you guys a sneak peek. Let's see. Yeah. What's the first day we're doing? Exchanges, wallet security, and protecting your money. Because there's going to be a series of four. You state hands-on practice, funding, transferring, and buying property tokens. Crypto basics. And understanding blockchain. Now, those of you in the ILCA community know what that's all about, but that community does not. And finally, a company that just launched and is recognizing, hey, we need to have crypto education. This company is going to be massive, massive. I predict they should have a million, yeah, probably a million people by this time next year. It's going to be massive. And they're recognizing to have crypto education. So I'm proud to be leading that charge. And the industry is tokenization. Do you know what tokenization is? Do you know how it will impact? Do you realize that Larry Fink, you know who that is? Oh, Kenny already ahead of me. Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, said every asset on earth will be tokenized. Every asset on earth will be tokenized. Head of BlackRock, type in the chat box. How much money are we talking about? Oh, let's take a listen to this.
From central banks is what is the role of tokenization and digitization? How quickly should they think about digitizing their own currency? What does that mean for the role of the dollar? If every currency digitizes and we have what does that mean for bank payments? What does that mean for the payment companies like MasterCard and Visa? All these are being questioned right now. I think we spend so much time talking about AI. We're not spending enough time talking about how quickly we're going to tokenize every financial asset and the opportunity we're going to have a digital wallet and moving ETFs and other things through a digital wallet. And I think that's going to happen worldwide very rapidly. And I think most countries are ill prepared for that and underappreciate how technology is changing that. Not unlike how technology is changing AI and other things. It will be changing the technology around the plumbing of finance.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. Changing the technology of plumbing of finance. Plumbing of finance. That's an interesting word choice to use. Wow, I need to save this. I like that. All right, anyways, back to that lesson. Tokenization. Right now in our Diamond class, we've already covered introduction to tokenization, tokenization in real estate. Last Wednesday, no, Tuesday, we did security tokens versus utility tokens. And this Tuesday, we'll be doing tokenization and fractional ownership. You think you might want to know about that? especially if you're in the real estate industry or digital real estate, tokenization and fractional ownership. This is big. All right, so these are our lessons. And what does this one even look like? Because I put these courses together. Yeah, was it yesterday? Was it 6 months ago? No, 2 years ago. So talk about being in front of the river of money. We did this 2 years ago. And that just lets you know tokenization and fractional at the right time. So that is what ILCA has, and we are giving a 50% off to be a part of ILCA. That one, well, where was my link? Uh, oh no, not that one. Oh, I've got so many tabs open. I think I just lost it. Oh, there you go. Yeah, 50% off everything that we have going on. Was it? Yeah, this one right here. ILCA Crypto Education 2.0. So again, let me put the link in the chat box. No, you guys didn't put the exact number. We're talking about $867 trillion is on the move right now for this space. In real estate, 16 trillion by 2030. Okay, now I'm going to give you a taste of what we cover in our crypto talks Monday through Thursday, just for our gold members, our VIPs, our inner circle. One, we go over everything that's going on in the world. We cover geopolitics, not politics from who's right or wrong, the left or the right. We cover what is happening in the world and how is that going to impact our portfolios. How should we move based on what's happening? Not, we don't play the game. All right, we try not to. Some of you guys will want to put your own comments in the chat box, but we try not to get into, this is what I believe and this is my person and they're wrong and we're right and all that stuff. I don't care about that here. What I care about is knowing what is taking place and what how should I move to take advantage of what's taking place, whether I like it or not. It's just based on the facts. So the first thing we do is we start with a source called ground.news. This is a media source that's not backed by the left or the right. They just pick news sources and then they look to see how is this news being covered and who's covering it. You'd be surprised. Many people live in a bubble in their own little ecosystem where they're only getting news from one source, and it's a source that they probably agree with. Anything that makes them uncomfortable or hearing something they don't like, they tune it out. And if you live in that type of a world where anything contrary to what you believe is offensive, you're not getting all the information, which puts you at a financial disadvantage. I'm a sidebar, and I taught my kids this, and it's something my dad taught me, and I learned in debate when I was in high school. Said, no matter what side you're on, you want to learn the other side's point of view. You want to try to put yourself in their shoes and make the argument for them so you can see through their eyes why they believe what they believe instead of just dismissing it, but try to understand why. And then once you can understand why they believe the way they do, can you debate their point of view better than them? And once you can do that, you have the ultimate advantage because not only do you know their side, you know your side, but they don't know your side. It's like a master saying, I taught you everything you know, I didn't teach you everything I know. Or even if, let's use football for a term for those that love football. And you've got your quarterback, you got your backup quarterbacks. Now, what's the role of the backup quarterback? They don't just sit on the bench all day, especially the travel teams. Their goal and role in practice is to pretend to be the quarterback of the other team so that your team's offense can practice it, I mean, defense can practice against them and vice versa. So if you're in a situation where my side is right and right only and is ordained by God and I won't entertain nothing else, you're at a disadvantage. So this news source shows which side is covering what topic. This is big news. Trump says airspace above and surrounding Venezuela to be closed in its entirety. What do you think's about to happen next? Now, the center is 40% covering it, the right 25%, the left 35%. This should be major top news, but in a world we live in today, almost anything can be major top news. Let's see, what else? Trump officials and judge face off over flights to El Salvador. Here we go. The judges are saying something about this. M5.9 solar flare triggers radio blackouts across Earth. I missed that. The left and the right's not covering at all. 100% center coverage. Ukrainian team heads to U.S. for talks with Trump envoy Witkoff. Okay. Genetic study finds two ancient routes to Australia. Wait. What do you mean ancient routes to Australia? A landmass that's no longer there anymore? I like this kind of stuff too. If you look at maps and you can see the buried continents, what used to be above water. Interesting. OpenAI tests ads in ChatGPT amid financial pressure. What? So now they're dropping ads in ChatGPT. They can't compete with the Chinese AI programs or Grok and the others. That's interesting. Chinese team creates quantum states to resist errors. Okay. Oh, this was big news. It's not going to hold up, but it's big news. Trump declares documents signed by AutoPen under Biden are terminated. That's not going to work. And not even the Republicans that aren't playing for the media is going to go for that behind the scenes because when you do things like this, it can work both ways. Okay? So if this is allowed to go through, the next president can come in and say all the Donald Penn stuff signed by Trump is terminated. And he's done a lot of auto pen signed stuff too. That's not going to hold up. What's in the bubble? The right is covering this. Bessent clarifies Treasury's position on federal benefits after White House shooting. Oh yeah, didn't he say he was going to give Trump said he's going to give $10,000 to all the National Guard in DC. Okay. The left's not covering that. The right is 75%. The left is covering this. Germany news rallies against new far-right AfD youth group. I thought they made, well, depending on their language they're using, that's illegal. You see, after World War II and Nazism, the German government said never again and made it illegal to even do any of that crap. I mean, you got more people in America running around throwing up the Nazi salute and symbol than in Germany. All right. Now, how is any of this news impacting the markets? Yesterday was Friday. So no, I did not look at the markets yesterday. Where's my market watch? Did I shut it down? I closed my market watch. All right, let me bring it back up. Here we go. In the US, stock exchange is up 289 points for the Dow, S&P 36, Nasdaq 151. I read an article a couple of days ago, and I don't know where I found it from, but they said that the if you're trying to gauge the US economy based on this, you're going to lose. This is the last that's going to be impacted, that we're seeing the signs of a huge recession that we're already in. And the public doesn't know because the White House is not releasing the jobs reports and the accurate numbers on the market. And whatever they do release, they're saying we don't know if we can trust it or not. But things are worse than it seems. So even though this looks good, I already made a prediction. 2026 is going to either be your best business year ever or one of your most challenging financial years to date, depending on where you're positioned in. All of the millionaires and billionaires are moving their liquid assets in or liquid cash into income producing assets that's not tied to the dollar, if you understand what I mean. They're all doing it right now, and they're not just walking towards it, they're sprinting in that direction. See what Europe's looking like. Europe's all in the green. Asia, a little mix for Asia. The crypto market, the crypto market is kind of flat today in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance 57.1%. Ethereum is at 11.4%. Trending here. Anything catching my attention? No. Bitcoin's back up to $90,000. So if we got to look at the last time I did a public crypto talk was a week ago. So if we look week to week, 7 days ago, we've got Bitcoin that is up 7.7% on the week, Ethereum 9.3, Ripple 14.8, BNB 6.8, Solana 8.1, Tron 2.6, Doge 7.2, Cardano 5.1. Okay. So crypto has had a pretty good week from the previous week. Remember, it was all down the previous week. So we got a little bit of a rebound. We were guessing if this could get down to 75,000. Now we're back up to 90. Best performers? You got to be kidding me. Didn't we catch this token? Rain. It's up 91% on the week. I remember that we caught this token. Caspa's up 52%. Sky is up 36%. Quant 28%. Ethna 22%. It's pretty good. Who did not have a good wait, World Liberty Financial up. Wait a minute. Didn't I just buy this? Let me think. Diamond Class. It was either Diamond Class or was it in Crypto Talk? Oh, I got a sidebar real quick. I think I took a position on this. It was Crypto. Patty says Crypto Talk. Hold on, let me see. Did I choose correctly? So yeah, you guys are getting this is public. You guys are gonna get a free little look at kind of what we do because I show off trades and things that we have going on that I do. All right. I was gonna buy it, but I know I did buy it. I think I bought like $500 worth. Nah, not Gary. Closed orders was the last thing I bought. Yeah, look at that. 1126. I bought $500 worth. And let me pull this up. Or to sell it. What if I did sell? Sell market 100%. So where's my buy? That's the day chart. Oh, wait a minute. Then how'd it go up 10% if I bought it? So I'm down $3. I lost $3 on this. So I am, let me look at the hour chart. 4 hours since it was days ago. Ah, okay. So I bought here. It's kind of still right there. All right. This is a token that I'm going to not trade on, but I'm actually going to hold. And I'm going to dollar cost average this token. So this isn't for me trying to get a quick profit or a loss. I'm going to sit on this and continue just to add to it. Huh. Interesting. World Liberty Financial. Yeah, Eric Trump's announcement about Maldives. Okay, the worst performing tokens. Wow. M dropped 28%, Aptos 12, Zcash 11, Aster, Providence Blockchain, Bitcoin Cash, Official Trump, Internet Computer, Polkadot. All right. Next thing we do is we see what's going on in the crypto news. What is crypto reporting? University of Namibia launches Africa's first master's program in blockchain technology. The University of Namibia has launched a master's program in blockchain technology to position Namibia as a hub for blockchain research and talent development in Africa. Now, guess what? University of Namibia is not the first university in Africa to be paying attention to crypto. You know who was? University of Nigeria was. And guess who they used? Oh, wow, who's that? Brandon Ivey in Nigeria, UNN School of Computer and Data Science. And what courses did they have? Bitcoin 101, Crypto Advanced, How to Trade Bitcoin and Cryptocurrencies. And with our Black Friday deal right now, you guys are getting not only these courses, in fact, you're basically getting 13 courses for the same price as those three. Wow. Let me go back to that. Courses. Yeah, because this is what they got. And they don't even have these. These are newer versions. I think volume 4 or 5. This is volume 2. So these aren't even not even updated. I think Bitcoin at the time, Bitcoin might have been worth $8,000 or $9,000 during this. Well, no, no, we're talking COVID era. Maybe $15,000, $16,000 it was when they got this. But they don't have the upgraded stuff. Bitcoin 101. Yeah, I changed some things around too and eliminated some of the courses. Just for those of you who are brand new, let me tell you what you get on here. Well, listen to myself. And I know for many people, hello and welcome to Bitcoin 101. Congratulations on making the decision to learn about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And I know for many people, it can be foreign, it can be exotic, or even strange at the same time because you never heard about it before. But one thing, when I began this journey, I realized that cryptocurrency represents the greatest economic shift in wealth in the history of mankind for the most amount of people. You see, there has always been other shifts in wealth in history before, but they have not been for everybody. You had to be born in the right family, speak the right language, or even have the right color skin. But with crypto, all you need is a cell phone, access to the internet, and a willingness to learn. And every single individual with this knowledge can change not only themselves, but also their family tree and even their community. So congratulations on taking the first step to Bitcoin 101. You're going to learn things like an introduction to Bitcoin. What is the blockchain? What are wallets? How do I buy Bitcoin? And just the basics understanding about how to get started from Bitcoin with the white paper all the way to BlackRock adding it as an investment option for their clients. This is knowledge that will allow you to be functional in the crypto space after you take all of these courses. Enjoy yourself. Bye bye for now. That's right. Yeah. So while it's great that Namibia, as a hub for a blockchain research or blockchain master's program, ILCA is already on it, and you guys have access to all of that. I want to play also real quick while I'm at it here. My intro to tokenization. Every single man, woman, and child needs to understand and be familiar with this, especially if you want to move into the business world of understanding assets. And I don't remember what I said here, but let me play it. Take a listen to this. In the same fashion how NFTs is going to change the world, tokenization will take a step further. The CEO of BlackRock, Larry Fink, even stated that one day, all physical and financial assets will be tokenized. Tokenization is the process of converting assets into digital tokens on a blockchain. These tokens represent ownership or a share in an asset, such as real estate, art, or even traditional financial instruments. Each token is a piece of a whole, and they can easily be transferred, traded, or even divided. This process makes assets more accessible, increases liquidity, and enhances security through the transparency and immutability of blockchain technology. Now, in this course, you're going to learn how tokenization will impact real estate, the art market, gaming, finance, and even cross-border trade. Enjoy. I'm still tripping that we did that 2 years ago. Here we are now. All right, so back to the University of Namibia. So you're going to start seeing a lot more colleges and institutions and universities starting to give out certain type of degrees for crypto. But those of you that you don't have the time to go back to school, you may not have the money to go back to school, you can be able to become ILCA certified with us. And we're working on now, I cannot guarantee when and how fast, but this has always been my ultimate goal of having accreditation for ILCA. So that is something that we're looking into in 2026. All right, next one up here. Blockchain meets gold. Ghana cracks down on smuggling. Ghana is set to not just change, but overhaul. See, for those of you that's listening to me for the very first time, one, I do not read these articles beforehand. I am not in this for clickbait. I do not make my money based on how many views I'm getting on YouTube. I am learning. I'm teaching myself. And in the process, I turn on the camera and the microphone and I take you with me on the journey. And when I read, I don't read to just read, I read to understand, and I read things like a lawyer. So I'm always paying close attention to adjectives, things that's describing an event or something. This doesn't say Ghana is set to look into. Ghana is set to experiment with. Ghana is set to kind of change. No, overhaul. That's a big word there. It's gold sector. How long has Ghana had a gold sector? What, this beginning of Ghana? And they're talking about overhauling it? And what industry are they going to use to overhaul it? Blockchain powered track and trace system. In other words, blockchain. And what did I say that changed my life that I figured out? May 2017, blockchain technology will disrupt every major industry in the world today, whether you like it or not, believe it or not, or trust it or not. Your opinion is irrelevant. I figured that out in 2017 and I completely shifted my professional career. I'm in the process of not shifting my career today, but expanding on it and adding to it. You got to be able to be diversified to be able to grow because my mind right now is all on real estate and then how this digital real estate stuff, short-term rentals and all this kind of stuff. That's where my mind is. So anyways, they want to overhaul their entire gold sector. And if Ghana does that, what do you think the other gold mining countries are going to do? If they want to be able to compete, they're going to do the same thing. Are they going to be Blockbuster or are you going to be Netflix? Now, why are they doing this? To ensure full traceability and certified origin of all gold exports. What did I say in the 5 day challenge when we talk about the power of blockchain technology? What is the blockchain? And I say one day you'll be able to go to the grocery store and you're going to pick up that fruit or vegetable and you'll be able to track where it was planted, what country, when was it picked, how long has it been en route in the supply chain? Has there been any recall? All the way till it gets in your hand. Now, you're not going to have to just trust a label. You know, they put little stickers on the fruit and vegetables. Nah, do I trust that? No, it's on the blockchain. I was looking at my digital property the other day, not on a dashboard, but I was looking at it on the blockchain. So every day, this is validating everything I've been teaching for the last 8 years. Aggressive reforms and extended timeline. Ghana is preparing for an overhaul of its gold sector with the introduction of a blockchain-powered track and trace system by the end of 2026. So this is important. Knowing this information and knowing that Ghana's not going to be the only one to do it. You might want to, if you're in the gold industry, this is useful information when it comes to if you're out there purchasing gold, where are you purchasing it from? Where should you choose to purchase from? Do you want to choose to purchase from an agency that's already using the blockchain or one that is not? You see, the risk that this is why this information is important. Just knowing this. Despite being operational for only 7 months, the Gold Board is moving to deploy the track and trace system. Gyamfi explained that the system will verify the legitimate and sustainable origin of every gram of processed gold and will include compliance audits to prevent licensed mines from being used as fronts for illegal operations. Remember that say blood diamonds and things like that? Do you think gold is going to be the only precious metal using blockchain technology for a track and trace system? So when we talk about tokenized assets, I want you to think now about every single art piece in the world, every single collectible being traced and tracked on the blockchain. Everything. Mm, this, this is so big. The CEO, meanwhile, is quoted in a local report highlighting the pivotal role of ASM in Ghana's 2025 economic recovery. You know, sometimes this might be too big for people to really wrap their head around. So you got to take this in pieces. I love space and anything from space. And one of our not the Hubble, James Webb, I think, caught one of the largest structures in the universe. And it is a ring of galaxies that stretches 5 billion light years across, or 500 billion light years across. 1 million galaxies in this one frame that is organized in a circle, and then like an eye in the middle of a huge galaxy in the center. Now, from an ant's perspective, you can't see all of that. You can't process because every galaxy has billions of stars, and every star and our solar systems, and every star has planets or galaxies, a billion. Yeah. And then there's a million galaxies just in that little screen. Your brain can't comprehend. There are more galaxies in the observable universe than there are grains of sand on Earth. And we only live in one, the Milky Way, and it's not even the biggest. When I say blockchain technology is going to disrupt everything you know, you do, and you use is going to change. Can you fathom $867 trillion? People are like, man, I'm just trying to get me $867 by Monday to pay rent. Let alone 867 trillion. That's what's on the move right here. Look at this. Call for a global certification regime. Describing gold smuggling as a major driver of money laundering, Giampi urged the international community to support the creation of a global certification regime similar to the Kimberley process for diamonds to prevent smuggled gold from entering legitimate markets. Okay, let me move on. I'm running out of time. I said I was going to keep this short and I got all excited. All right. Binance joins EU agencies in major crackdown on crypto-fueled digital piracy networks. Global crypto enforcement power surged as a sweeping multinational crackdown used blockchain intelligence to strike directly at the profitable illegal internet protocol television piracy networks, long fueled by digital payments. Okay. So they're fighting back against the hackers. This operation marks a turning point in how we combat piracy by cutting off the payment mechanisms that fuel illicit services and striking at the very heart of their business model. All right. Nobody wants non-USD stablecoins yet. The future is not USD backed stablecoins. The future is stablecoins backed by real world assets. That's the future. Now, the question is, which one is going to be the first to take the lead like Tether did? Artemis, a blockchain analytics platform, stressed that while several issuers tried to make inroads in the non-USD stablecoin market, they have failed to dent the dollar hegemony in the asset class. Nonetheless, Euro stablecoins have shown consistent growth. Euro? Okay, now you're not going in the right direction here. Let me see here. 99.8% of all stablecoins are pegged to the US dollar. Okay. Over $303 billion worth of stablecoins are linked to the US dollar. Figures that dwarf all other currencies combined. Okay. Nobody wants non-USD stablecoins. 5 years, dozens of new issuers, every major currency tried, and none have made any progress in dethroning the dollar. That is true. Euro-based stablecoins only reach 0.18% of the stablecoin market. Okay, that's not even worried about that. Hansen explained that while the dollar's dominance was indeed true, the evolution of euro-pegged stablecoins was significant. Euro stablecoins are essentially only non-USD stablecoins. Now, let me answer this question real quick because others may ask that many is asking. Where can I find this class? See, here's a great thing about Crypto Talks. We record everything that we do. Now, Saturday mornings, since it's public, I post these to our YouTube channel. So for example, youtube.com/@ILCA VIP. So I post anything that's public onto our YouTube channel. So see here, this was last week's Super Saturday presentation, 11/22. This one, 11/15. That one, November 1st. Now, if it is inner circle crypto talk that is not open to the public, let me show you guys where to go. In our members section, again, we record everything. If you are a VIP member, an inner circle member, which one? Which one did I do that? I think this one. Yeah, pull it up here. And you can actually you can go all the way back. We got from 2024. But look at this, 2025 every month, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, and right now November. And our last one that I uploaded was the one we did on the 26th. When was that? Thursday? Will Bitcoin break $100,000 again? No, not Thursday, Wednesday. 100,000 again by Christmas. So yeah, this was the last one we did. All right. Let's get started. I apologize for a few minutes late chatting with two CEOs. Oh yeah, that was Wednesday. So you can see our in every crypto talk we've done this year is all here. This is also prices. I remember my first marketing team said, Brandon, this alone, this database, this is worth millions because I've been recording for the last 8 years. And so I told my kids, you will always know my voice for the next 200 years. Our descendants. All right, but yeah, that's where you go for to see that. Okay. So why is it relevant? The undeniable dominance of the US dollar in the stablecoin ecosystem might offer an insight into the true value of these instruments. While it is undoubtedly true that they offer transactional improvements over traditional dollars, their true value lies in expanding the offer of US currency to jurisdictions facing difficulties in accessing actual dollars. Now, what is the biggest challenge to the US dollar dominance, especially even in the stable coin? What entity is challenging this? Type it in the chat box. Let's see who's been paying attention. Who knows? Judy says bricks. Anybody else? What about on Facebook? Do you guys even know that question? All right, nobody wants to say nothing. Yeah, Judy's right. Bricks. Bricks is the one. Okay, looking for while the dominance of US stablecoins is unlikely to be defied in the short term, stablecoins pegged to other currencies like the euro are expected to keep growing as more markets start adopting national stablecoins over payments and other transactions. Okay, let me stop right there. That ain't going to happen. It's not going to move from US dollar to like a euro. It's going to move from US dollar to an asset. I am just making that prediction. Okay. There is no other currency more dominant in the world right now than the US dollar. No other currency is even coming close when I'm talking about fiat currency. But the US dollar is going to collapse. And if the US dollar collapses, guess what happens to all the other fiat currencies around the world? They all collapse too. So what's going to take its place? Or what can? Like my grandpa said, property, assets, maybe even oil, electricity, natural resources, precious metals, gold. So if I had to choose which one, oh, there's another one. There's two that I'd have to choose. And I can lump all of them in this one. One is precious metals. So that includes gold, silver, and whatever they want to call it, precious metals. Maybe even if they want to put oil into that too as natural reserves. The second is Bitcoin. They have it backed by Bitcoin, a stable coin. Like, what? Why would they? Why did? Because Bitcoin is the best performing asset of the past 15 years. So would you rather have an asset backed by a token that goes up at least 200 something percent a year or sitting in a dollar where you're losing money every single year? Which one makes more sense? I include earth minerals in that whole thing, that first part. All right, and the last, no, is there two more? No, there's another Trump one. Three more, then I gotta go. New broker targets crypto investors seeking what? Property ownership in Australia. A dedicated mortgage broking service for cryptocurrency investors has been launched in Australia, aiming to help holders of digital assets translate their crypto wealth into property ownership. Ah, are we just pulling stuff out of our asses here? Did we just make up something with digital tokenization and all this kind of stuff? Bridging mortgages and crypto strategies. And I don't even think this has to do with fractional ownership. This is just using your crypto to purchase property. A new player has entered the mortgage market with the launch of Mortgage on Chain, Australia's first broking service dedicated to cryptocurrency investors. The firm positions itself as a specialist in helping digital asset holders translate their crypto wealth into property ownership. That's all they're doing there, showing you how to buy property with crypto. All right, next one. Crypto industry pledges over 3 million to victims of Hong Kong's death. Oh yeah, did you guys see that? That high-rise building in Hong Kong that was on fire? The crypto industry rushed to the aid of Hong Kong residents who suffered the city's most devastating fire in 80 years, claiming the lives of at least 128 people. Some of the world's biggest crypto exchanges and Web3 companies have pledged millions of dollars to support victims of the deadly fire at the Wang Fuk Court apartment complex in Hong Kong's Tai Po district, highlighting the sector's growing role in real-world relief efforts. And you know what I like about using crypto to do this? You don't have to wait till you see a telethon on or a commercial and saying call this number to donate the first aid and all this, and 80% of the money they collect never even gets to the source, only 20%. And then how long does it take to go through the bureaucracy for that to be released? Crypto, instant. 100% goes where it's supposed to go. Instant. So three crypto exchanges have publicly pledged to donate 24 million, well, three million dollars, US dollars, to aid the victims of the devastating fire which claimed the lives of at least 128 residents. The donations include 1.5 million from BitGet, 1.2 million from Binance. Wait. Who runs Binance? How much money is he worth? Who did he spend $280 million on? He spent $4 billion to get out of jail, but they're gonna give 1.2 million to the victims for the. Mm. I I'm gonna leave that alone. I said what I said there. But you know what? Anything is helpful. They didn't have to do that, so I applaud them. They didn't even have to do that. Hong Kong-based Web3 intellectual property company Animoca Brands has also started a token-based fundraiser aiming to collect funds from the crypto community via an Ethereum virtual machine and a Solana wallet address. Okay, so Solana is being used in Ethereum. The company plans to convert 100% of the proceeds to Hong Kong dollars to support the relief efforts of the Hong Kong Red Cross. Okay. Let's see. The last one up. How Trump's crypto empire became the center of a new influence economy. A new influence economy. Allegations of shadow lobbying through crypto raise questions about Trump's financial interests and national security risks. A new stat. Wait, let me read this again. New influence economy. A new staff report released by House Judiciary Committee Ranking Member Jamie Raskin alleges that President Donald Trump has significantly utilized the presidency to expand his personal wealth through cryptocurrency ventures. Is there anybody who believes that that is not true? Did the president use his status and office to expand his personal wealth? Now, here's how somebody would answer this. Instead of answering the question, they'll answer like this. All of them do that. Instead of just addressing the question, the answer will be, well, they all do it. You know what that sounds like to people like me? And this is where I'm going to go off track for a second. When somebody like me says Black Lives Matter, and the response is, well, all lives matter. When somebody's house is on fire on the block and they're running outside and saying, my house is on fire, and someone says, well, all houses matter. When they have Cancer Awareness Month and they are marching in the streets for cancer awareness, and somebody runs up and says, well, or, I'm sorry, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And you know how there's a month about breast cancer awareness, and somebody will run out in the street and say, well, all cancers matter. All right, let me get off of that. The report titled Trump, Crypto, and a New Age of Corruption outlines a series of findings suggesting that the administration's policy decisions, including the dismantling of regulatory enforcement teams and the issuance of pardons, have directly benefited the president's personal financial interests. Well, if we go over the facts, they made it $3 billion in 10 months. 1 year ago from today, or this month, the Trump family was facing financial ruin. Let me repeat that. 1 year ago, they were facing financial ruin. 1 year later, they have more than tripled the family value. And by 2030, the fourth generation of Trumps, Eric, Don Jr., Barron, I'm not talking about Ivana and Tiffany, but the fourth generation, they're going to be worth close to $100 billion. The family, if they keep going on this route, and there's no government backlash to try to quelch all that. Now, so you think, is it fair? Is it not? It doesn't matter whether it's fair or not. What matters is that if we know this information, how can we piggyback off of this? Which is why I bought tokens in WLFI, World Liberty Financial. It's not that they're doing any inside trade. Well, yeah, that's happening. But Trump tweets everything. So when he tweets, act on it. I do. I make a lot of money off of Trump doing what he's doing. According to the document, President Trump's crypto portfolio is valued as high as 11 points. Oh, that's higher than I thought. 11.6 billion, with income from crypto asset sales exceeding 800 million in the first half of 2025 alone. Wow, look at this. This is, like I said at the first night of the 5-day challenge, the river of money. The Trump family follows the river of money. This is where they were in 1983, had a height in 1989, 1990 to 95. Trump dropped off the Forbes 400 list. Yeah, he declared bankruptcy a couple of times. Had a rebound, 97, 2007, 2015. Oh, why this spike? Oh, yeah, he became president. Dropped off. Really, it should have really dropped off down here. At 2 billion, I think this is overinflated. A little more than 2 billion. But in 1 year, boom. Look at this. I wonder why. The 50-page document argues that the president's holdings in World Liberty Financial and the meme coin Trump created a structural conflict of interest that federal ethics laws are ill-equipped to address. That is true. The committee staff also contends that foreign and corporate actors have utilized these digital asset platforms to funnel capital into the president's ventures, effectively bypassing traditional campaign finance restrictions. That is also true. Shadow lobbying. But let me give a but in here. That was also true for the Democrats in 2020. The Democrats did the same thing. In fact, they were the first to do it. And guess who was screaming bloody murder because of it? The Republicans. The Democrats stole the 2020 election by using illegal crypto money to bypass campaign finance restrictions. And I'm saying that verbatim because that's exactly what the Republicans said. And in a knee-jerk reaction, the Democrats, no, 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 not us. We're not FTX and all that kind of stuff. And nah, uh, we're we're anti-crypto. And then we had to go through 4 years of Biden's stupid campaign of being everything illegal for crypto, just so that they can tell the Republicans we're not in the crypto pocket. And then what do the Republicans do? As soon as they get power, we're gonna make United States the crypto capital of the world. Why? Doom this. If what I'm saying is making sense, type me in the chat box. Sometimes I'm thinking out loud and I'm saying things that normally I would keep to myself. That's how I break things down. Trump's ability to accumulate billions of dollars in crypto in less than a year implicates glaring weaknesses in our campaign finance system, conflict of interest, and lobbying laws and bribery statutes. The report highlights a specific sequence of events involving the crypto exchange Binance and its former CEO, CZ, the gangster of crypto, as evidence of this shadow lobbying. According to the committee's timeline, Binance agreed to a $4.3 billion settlement with the DOJ, with Zhao stepping down as part of the deal. But the Hong Kong fire victims are getting 1 million. Mm. That's like throwing a homeless person $1. The report alleges that in the months that followed, Binance-linked entities provided promotional support and capital to World Liberty Financial, the Trump family's crypto venture. On October 23rd, President Trump issued a full pardon to Zhao. I guess that's coincidence, right? Let's see. We are blowing up boats in the Caribbean because we say that they are um, drug trafficking boats. And something happened that, oh, this is going to be big news in at least 3 years from now. You are going to see war tribunals. It's going to get bad. What am I talking about? Well, there's a documented incident that we blew up a boat and there were survivors. And they were watching the survivors for a couple of minutes. And then orders from above said, hit it again. And it's all on camera to blow up the two survivors. Said no quarter. That, if you understand history, the Germans, the ones the generals that survived World War II afterwards, what they were charged with, the Nuremberg trials and all that stuff. There was one incident where I don't know if it was, I think it was a submarine, and there were many survivors, and the Germans just machine gunned them in the water. And they all got the death penalty by shooting, and they were killed. The generals that gave the orders. We have a in the United States a big controversy over Mark Kelly and other Democrats that made a video talking about reminding soldiers that the constitutional duty not to execute unlawful orders. The right is saying that is seditious. By law, the president cannot give an unlawful order. And technically, because of what the Supreme Court has said, they are right. Doesn't matter whether you like it or not. The Supreme Court already said Donald Trump, though, has absolute immunity. He can do whatever the hell he wants if he can justify that it's in the service of the United States. And that's a flimsy little rule there because he can claim everything he does is in service of the United States. The problem is the people below him do not have absolute immunity. So when his term is over and these investigations begin, Steve Bannon was right when he said, if we do not win in 2028 or the midterms, many of you in this room, including myself, is going to jail. We got to watch that. But anyways, here, went off, went off, went off. The report alleges that, oh yeah, the reason why I said that is while we are doing that because of drug trafficking, Trump is about to pardon one of the biggest drug traffickers in the world. How you justify that? President Trump issues a full pardon to Zhao. Let's see. The committee staff reports detailed, extensive changes to the federal regulatory structure, which it claims were designed to protect the president's investors and donors. All right, let's see here. Ripple Labs is his biggest donor. You know what that means? You better stock up on some Ripple. I am not giving financial advice as a disclaimer. I'm just saying that. Let's connect the dots. If Ripple is the biggest donor to the Trump family, then what is Ripple going to get in return? Which means this is a company that's going to benefit, which means if you invest in anything with this company, you're going to benefit. What's next? Robinhood. So, Brandon, what companies outside, not that I want to buy the crypto, but if I want to invest in some companies, which company should I invest in for the next 5 years? Ripple, Robinhood, Circle, Coinbase, Frederick Ernst Ersham, Forrest Dax, Galaxy Digital, Ondo Finance, Paradigm. Ondo had a huge report about their tokenized real estate moves that they're making. I saw that the other day. James Davis had posted that. Payward, Solana, Charles Coscarelli. Yeah, these are the companies you want to put your money in. Why? Because they're the ones that's putting a whole lot of money into Trump. And we know how Trump reacts and responds. Therefore, this is how you can benefit. Doesn't matter if you like it or not. National security concerns. Uh, now, there's no nat. The Democrats are going to do the same thing. They're politicizing this just to get at Trump. All right. That is it for Crypto Talk for today. I said I was going to keep it short. I got caught up because I'm learning. Since I'm learning, I don't shortchange my learning. So I hope you guys learned something new. As always, that's the point. If you want to get more into what we do, join at least our inner circle because our next Crypto Talk will be Monday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. Get back to the person who invited you. They'll give you the link so that you can join our inner circle. And we will have we're going into December, a whole week of Crypto Talk next week. I will be teaching the tokenized real estate community on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. We'll have our diamond class on Tuesday night. So we're going to have a full week of going. We'll be back having our River of Money call next Thursday night as well. Many of you guys have been getting your contracts. Michael Aluko, next up, I know Samantha, Rhoda, that should happen on Monday. Oh, I'm speaking publicly. I can't talk about that. Yeah, you don't want to miss the river of money. How would you like to be able to earn passive income without having to recruit, without having to sell any product? We got 5 of them. All right, take care, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I gotta go to the storage and pull out all the Christmas stuff. Oh, I got a meeting tonight in Long Beach too. Oh yeah, remember that one, Marnita? It's gonna be a long day. All right, everybody, take care. Brandon Ivey out. Bye bye.